What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodgy with EOAlive Sports, and today I'm joined by my first Shrine guest of the year. She's a cheerleader. She's a LeGrand graduate. She's Kendal DeYoung. Kendal, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. So, cheerleading. Let's talk about that first. How'd it come about in your life?
I mean, LeGrand just started up a cheer program, and I was like, oh, why not start?
You'd never done cheer before?
No.
And so you just said, hey, 2 years. So you did it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Your junior and senior year.
Yep.
And that's it, your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And what interested you about cheerleading?
It just seemed fun. And I was like, why
Yeah.
not try something new?
Yeah. Huh. Did you play any other sports?
I played volleyball in middle school.
And then nothing in high school?
Well, I ride horses, and I would compete in Idaho. And,
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
you
So that
do
was kind of my
equestrian
thing.
on the side.
Yeah.
As far as your best memory of cheerleading, what is it so far?
Probably UCA camp. Last summer, we went down to Great Wolf Lodge for about a week, and it was just fun to spend time with my team and other cheerleaders.
Yeah. So that team aspect, you don't get that same team aspect in equestrian, do you?
No.
What was that something like that you were looking for in life? You know, because a lot of kids, like especially at that age, need some sort of social, like team, basically. Yeah. Would you say that was something good for you?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, I think cheerleading does a lot for, and I'll say young men as well now, but young ladies' self-esteem too, as long as it's done right. There are times when it can be like pretty bad and detrimental, but when it's done right, the team's done right, it's a really good positive, uplifter for young ladies. Are you going to keep cheering?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
What's your plans?
I'm going to continue at Eastern Oregon University.
So you're going to cheer for Heather?
Yep.
Yeah, I've known her for a long time. I mean, I've had the whole EOU cheer team on my show before, which your cousin, we'll talk about her real fast. She was a cheerleader at EOU, Megan Demersion, and she also worked for us. She did she did the news for us for like 6 months, 8 months, right before she moved to Portland. And she's a heck of a cheerleader to kind of follow in her footsteps.
Yeah.
EOU, huh? What's your what are you going to school for? What do you want to be?
I want to be a math teacher.
You do?
Yeah.
Math's my favorite subject. I'm good at it. And I love math because there's always an answer.
Right.
It's not like where there's all this stuff where, I hypothesize this, and it's 6 plus 8 is 14, and 14 minus 8 is 6, and you can always work your way back and forth. That's why I like math. What about Shrine? How'd you find out about that? What was that process like?
My coach Kimberly told me about it. She
Yeah.
said there's opportunities for cheerleaders, and she just encouraged me to do it.
And you're the only senior on LeGrand this year, right?
Yep.
So you're going to represent LeGrand with about 20 other girls for the East?
Yeah.
That's going to be a little bit different of an experience for you. The lady that runs it, she's amazing, and it's a whole week of fun. I hope you're ready for that because it really is. They make sure that you guys have a good time. Let's talk about you personally for a second. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
No.
No?
No.
Not at all. What about your favorite food? Like you could either get it at a restaurant, mom or dad's cooking. What do you get?
Probably pasta.
What kind?
Just with red sauce.
With red sauce, it's
Yeah.
usually people say Alfredo right there. I like red sauce. I just can't eat it a lot because the acid in it just kills me. But pasta's a good one. Pasta's hard to beat. What about if you had to choose one or the other, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Dogs? You're not a cat? I'm not going to see you in like 20 years with like 7 cats in your house.
No.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, me neither. I'm not a big cat fan at all. If you had to choose one or the other, the beach, and it can be a tropical beach if you want it to be, or the mountains.
The beach.
Why?
I just like the water. I like the warm weather.
Do you have a horse?
I do.
What's your horse's name?
Blaze. I have 2. So Blaze
You
and the
have
other
2
one's
horses?
name is Leah. Yeah.
What do you do in equestrian?
I've done kind of everything, but my main was like eventing, which is a combination of jumping, dressage, and cross country. But I've also kind of done like barrel racing, poles, 4-H, just a lot of things.
I have a friend that's a barrel racer over on the west side, and barrel racing's cool. I like it. I think it's fun to watch. That's my next sport to get, because I take pictures. So I've taken quite a few pictures of you actually, but that's my next sport that I really want to get into taking pictures of is rodeo and barrel racing especially. If you had to choose one or the other, prison for 5 years or a coma for 10?
Prison.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can better yourself in prison. You can't in a coma.
Yeah.
Did you meet Heather through equestrian? Is that how you met?
No, I didn't.
No? So her daughters do offset. Is that what it's called? Offset?
I think it's something like that.
Oh, it's
OSET,
different
maybe?
than what you do.
Yeah.
So what do you do equestrian wise? What is it? What's
I've
it
just
called?
kind of done it on my own. It's just called like equestrian show jumping.
Oh, okay.
But there's also a high school team called OSET.
Yeah, that's what I was
And they
thinking
kind of
of.
travel around and stuff.
You didn't do it in the high school. You did it on just a personal level.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep doing it?
Just for fun, but not at the competitive level.
What about barrel racing? You ever want to try and like get in one of those hell on hose rodeos or something?
I mean, not on my current horse, but maybe down the road.
What, you need something a little faster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, there's always a possibility. You never know. Maybe in 5 years you get the itch and you find a horse and go tear up some barrel racing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. What about your hero? Who's your hero?
Probably Jesus Christ.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's just always been there and he's never failed me.
Good. I like that. You're probably the first person that's ever said that. Well, maybe one other. And I've interviewed hundreds of people and asked hundreds of people that question. And what about if you could have a superpower? What superpower would you have?
To read minds.
Oh, why?
It would
You
just
could
be,
do bad things with that.
Yeah, it'd just be cool to see what people are thinking.
See, I'm going to disagree. I don't want to know what other people are thinking. Because I don't want to go into it like with a predetermined notion about the person. You know what I mean? Because maybe at that moment they were thinking something that isn't really them, or, that isn't normally how they think. And then all of a sudden you have this, oh yeah, and like you're tainted in a way, in my eyes. I think for me it would be teleportation, just because I don't like to fly, but I like to go places. So, but reading minds, man, you'd find out a lot of stuff that you don't want to know too.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a filter, I think. Like you can turn it off and on. That would be maybe a little better, because you could walk by somebody and they could be like, "Oh, look at that moron," or whatever. You know what I mean, in their head,
Yeah.
and you have to you'd have to hear that.
Yeah.
Essentially. What about if you had the chance to go anywhere in the world on a trip? Where are you going?
Probably go to Hawaii.
You like that tropical beach, huh?
Yeah.
Is that your spot? Like, it's got to be sunny.
Mhm.
Me too. I love good weather, and I love the beach too. I mean, I came from Southern California, so the very first time I went to the Oregon coast, I was like, "What is this?" It was beautiful there.
Yeah.
But the water's cold and it's windy, and I'm like, this is not a beach. This isn't the kind of beach I know. I mean, the beach I know is like 85, 90 degrees and, warm water. That's not Oregon. So, if you had to choose one or the other, you could either take a week-long vacation anywhere in the world, or you could go with one of your friends where they want to go anywhere in the world.
I would go with one of my friends.
You'd let them decide?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think it's more fun to have friends around and do things with other people.
Yeah, it would be pretty lonely if you had to go somewhere by yourself and just kind of hang out. I agree. Do you like reading books?
No.
You don't?
No.
Not at all?
Nope.
Well, how'd you pass school? You got to read a little.
I did it when I had to.
I think that's funny. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You want to be a math teacher, but you're going to have to read a little bit to be a math teacher, too.
Yeah.
That's not going to be fun. What level of kids do you want to teach?
Middle school.
Ooh, the smelly ones? I coached middle school football for a while, and middle school's like that age where they don't quite know that they smell yet, but they do. And it's like, just don't be the football coach, I guess is what I'm saying, because you get on the bus and kids nowadays don't shower at school. Like when I was a kid, starting in 7th grade, after PE you had to take a shower. It was part of your grade. Nowadays, even high school kids don't shower at school. So I mean, you have fun with that with the middle schoolers, man. I'm telling you what, that's a middle school thing, I think. What's your goals, like cheerleading wise, up at EOU? What do you want to accomplish?
I just want to be a part of a team and just continue growing.
I would like to see EOU get a competitive team eventually, because right now, they just have their season. They cheer for basketball and they cheer for football, and then it's over. I mean, I'd like to see that team move to competitions in the spring. That would be that's my goal. I've been telling Heather that since she took over. Like, we got to figure out a way to get this team into competitions and make it worthwhile. Not that it's not worthwhile for the athletes, for the cheerleaders to just go cheer for another team, but there's that other driving force when you're competing against other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell me about that a little bit. How was state this year for cheer?
It was really fun, and it was just good to go with the team and just encourage each other and all have the same goal and work really hard towards something.
Okay, a couple more questions and I'll get you out of here. What about staying involved once you're done cheering at the college level? Do you want to maybe coach it one day?
That's definitely an option, yeah. I'd love to just continue and cheer. I really love this sport. And
why? Yeah. Okay, here's one for you. Why do you love cheer? What do you love about it?
I mean, you get to cheer on other athletes, and all the cheer teams just kind of come together, especially at cheer camp, and we just all support each other. And yeah.
Okay, so last question. What you know right now of EOU cheer? I'm a senior in high school. Why should I go cheer at EOU cheer with you?
They just look like a fun team, and I think they just have a lot of good people, and they have a great coach, and I think they're going to go far.
Awesome. Good. Eastern Oregon She's Shrine cheerleader, LeGrand High School graduate, Kendal DeYoung. I'm Dodsey. Kendal, thank you.
Thank you.